What is up, the world of the living? My name is LyXP, welcome back to Truly Bedrock. And friends, we have a lot to do today, but first, I have a little bit of an errand to run. Excuse me for a moment.
So I've had no luck getting zombies to pick up diamonds, but I think I found a zombie that will. Hello.
Hi.
you come in, this is your final form, riding on the pig. All right, get off the pig so I can chuck you a diamond. This is apparently now the only way you can get the diamonds to you achievement. In the old days, you used to be able to get it by having a zombie pick it up, but I think this will have to do, right?
Yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Bye.
Bring back my diamond. What have you done?
I got myself a new favorite memento. I love it. And before you say, yes, I know that that's not exactly how it works, you can't just go to Pixel Rift's single player world, take a diamond from there and put it on Truly Bedrock, but I'm gonna assign that particular diamond a piece of value just for the giggles, because that actually really happened. Pixel Rift needed a Diamonds to You achievement for his survival guide series, which you should probably check it out on his channel, it's pretty great. And he couldn't get it otherwise, other than by giving it a diamond to someone. So he decided to give it to me. And here I am, back on Truly Bedrock with that thing now resting on my memento wall in my original first house of the thing, which we will be talking about diamonds, mementos, and my original house in a tiny bit later. There's a little bit of a mischief that's been going around about it. But right now, I actually wanted to talk to you about our previous video, if you don't mind. So, what happened in the previous video? Well, we've spent a ridiculous amount of time breeding up and leveling up these guys over here. This guy will have to go, by the way. This is a nitwit, I don't want one. And the thing that I've been aiming for the last episode, the thing that I didn't want to end the episode without achievement, it was getting a villager with an Unbreaking Free trade. And would you believe it? We actually got one. We got a Diamond Pickaxe Unbreaking Free villager, which would allow us to get up to 2 pickaxes like that per Minecraft day. What does it mean? Well, it basically means that I don't need to use an enchantment table ever again. All I'll have to do is trade with this guy for 2 pickaxes and then enhance these pickaxes using my other guys, using my librarians, if I of course can fly to them. Librarians! How you guys doing? How you guys holding up? Yeah, somebody told me that I need probably to install a proper door into the console, and you will be right, but we'll be getting that done a tiny bit later. Yeah, then we can add a mending to it, we can add efficiency 5, we can add luck if I can, no, that's mending, are you luck? Yeah, fortune 3, I apologize, luck is entirely different things. And we can basically easily create more and more of overpowered pickaxes to sell at the store. The same store that last time Lyarrah has sabotaged with a bunch of ender chest. Yeah, revenge needs to be had, and I wonder what we can do to have it. Man, I gotta fix myself up a proper nether portal, because this here is just freaking unbearable. Just pure nether that I'm walking about. Meanwhile, all of the common tunnels look like this. I gotta get myself a proper portal room. Also, some literal prick has put a pufferfish, a live pufferfish over here to stab anyone who dares use this nether portal. How freaking dare they? Anyway, that has been dealt with. Yeah, trust me, I was super surprised to find myself poisoned upon the re-entry of the shopping district. But why are we here? Oh yeah, that's right, because revenge. This has been my shop. It's been filled with ender chests the other day, because I didn't have an ender chest over here. This, on the other side of the street, is Lyarrah's, concrete shop, which has not been filled with anything, mind you, because it already has an ender chest. And to reiterate, Lyarrah rightfully took my first ever diamond that I dug up on the server, for which I took her roof privileges and removed the roof of the community district and her personal village in the taiga biome. Then, to revenge that, she decided to fill my entire shop with ender chests. So now I have to do something about her silly gumball machine. Which really, something tells me that I could probably just clog it up with gum or do something silly like that. Maybe build a giant gum bubble on top of it. But right now, first and foremost, I want to subdue her to the worst punishment I can imagine. You see, this is a concrete shop. And to keep it running, she will have to gather a whole lot of concrete. Naturally, that's what a concrete shop is. So, what if she had to gather all of this all over again? That's right, my friends. It's once again time to splurge on the money. The prices are 2 diamonds per stack of powder, 3 diamonds per stack of regular concrete. I'm gonna buy all this out. She's gonna drown in diamonds, but at the same time, she's not gonna like it. See guys, this is the best prank possible because she can't even complain about it. Oh, he went and bought everything I have. What a tragedy. First world problems, really. Plus, she is a part of the Money Alliance, so it's kind of like keeping the cash in the family business. Almost, even. So what I figured is I filled all of these chests with the exact amount of diamonds that I would need to fill them with to pay for the concrete. And now I'm pulling these diamonds out for the sole goal of repurposing them in blocks and placing all of those blocks inside of her shop as a way to pay for, for all the stuff that I bought. As a result, we kinda gonna prank her and also kinda not, which honestly is basically the best pranks, is where you can't even blame me. Sometimes you will see that there's more diamonds than I would have to pay, and that's because somebody else already bought some of the concrete. But I'll be converting those into the blocks too, and of course placing them in. She's absolutely gonna throw me down into the void in the Skytech series that we're doing together. Actually, that's... wait, what? We already ran out! Well, that's nowhere near enough. Huh, to fill the shop, I mean. Okay. What should I fill the rest with? You know what? I'm just gonna take the same amount of diamond blocks and just reposition them back to the entrance. Yeah, I feel that will create the illusion at the very least. After all, my own shop she couldn't fill in with the ender chests. So this is a equal opportunity prank. Well, not equal volume prank. Also kind of half-assed. Alright. Alright, yeah, should have started earlier. Should have started deeper into this thing. Now to put up a sign announcing what has been done here. Let's keep it short and nice. You're out of stock. Signed Zloy. Oh shoot, I don't have enough inventory space for all of these shulker boxes. Well, you'll find that this here actually is a super lucky occurrence. Because, my friends, yeah, I wanted to work on my nether hub entrance anyway, and concrete would be the main material for that. For the longest time now, I've been living out of a nether hub portal that was like 50 blocks away from where I actually live. And now that the Council of Villagers has basically came up with the idea that we're not gonna survive if this thing falls one way or another, and the only solution would be to go into the nether. Basically, I need to provide the town of MoonFall, from which I operate nowadays, with a convenient nether portal that everybody could escape to. So it's about time, that I moved my nether portal to its proper location and maybe even decorated it with the nice concretey materials that I have now available. Also, the end is nigh, and you'll never stop me. This is apparently the message Jessie, the lady that we found in the forest, screaming about the moon that is falling, has left. Well, don't you worry, Jessie. The moon might be falling, but we will take cover in the beautiful nether hub provided to you by the Vault Tech company. I still haven't made the roof in the DaphneElaine's area. Or in the middle, you know, in the hub area of the nether hub either. I'm not very efficient at this. Speaking of the council building, I actually took a moment, well, took quite a bit of moments, honestly, to fill in the side wall of the Dodge monstrosity. That's right, friends. I basically took the tempo of one wall per video. So couple of videos ago, we took care of this side. In this video, I took care of this side. Added a little minecart, just kind of pretending to be useful here, and some sort of a machinery that is pretending to fill it in. Honestly, I love this side of the building right now. It looks just industrial enough for me to like it. And I sure hope that I will be able to transfer this feeling to the remaining two sides, because, well, we still got this, this area here, which is gonna be a challenge, considering how misshapen it is. And of course, this area right here, that also will be a challenge, because it has to fit in the little, you know, in the little walkway here, between the council and the factory. The factory itself, you might have noticed, got a little bit of interior. All of this I honestly prefer to work on camera, sorry. Simply because, I don't know, whenever I do something like this with the infrastructure and all, it is like 80% of my process is me being indecisive, and 10% of my process is me actually building what I want to build. The remaining 10% is me complaining about the thing that I have built being not what I wanted, but still not going to fix it. So yeah, you can imagine why I'm skipping off like around all of this, but I will not be skipping around building of the nether portal, because the idea for it has basically existed as long as the town of MoonFall itself. I want to take this shape here, rotate it 90 degrees so it's upright, and transfer over to a giant nether portal in front of the town's square. It's gonna be something between the very modern interpretation of what a vault door is, and of course a little bit more steampunky, which is how I want to move the giant vault doors. The idea being that if we have a portal that big, it's great because we can basically pull through it whatever we want, but we still need some sort of a vault door to close behind ourselves, because if we got another portal that big, an entire asteroid can easily fit in it and destroy everything we have built in the nether. So basically that? Yeah, basically that. I need to build a giant nether portal. I'm gonna need a lot of obsidian. I'm just gonna leave something heavy on my left click button and go make myself some tea. Oh yeah, void exists! I just now remembered why this was a terrible idea, actually. I don't know, this is looking pretty good. I could obviously, I want to point that out right now, I could obviously use Silent Whisperer's personal method to get nether portal blocks and just place them within the circle. I will have a chat about that with him though, because yeah, I looked up how to do that, and that's it. That seems just a tad complicated. Let's see if I can. Yup, I can light this up just fine. So all that's left to do is incorporate the decoration around it. Maybe I'm gonna make the circle itself tiny bit bigger, tiny bit more expansive, wider is what I'm trying to say. Add giant doors and a mechanism that would move it. And also I will have to find a use for all of this obsidian that I gathered. Hey, this is looking nice. Honestly, nicer than I expected it. I'm pondering right now adding another ring of the darker gray concrete around this, just to pretend that there are more studs in the structure, in the metal of the portal of the, you know, gateway. One thing holding me back from doing that though is that I once again will have to mirror it on the other side, but considering that the other side has literally nothing on it, I think I can actually get away with never actually mirroring this place. And just, hi creeper! No, I do not want to quit. Wow. Oh dear. Oh, look at that, actually. Man, I'm almost grateful to that stupid creeper that he blew me up, because from far away this is looking even nicer. Oh, this project just got a whole lot more interesting. Yeah, we're adding another ring around, then another ring of gray, and then all of the machinery that's keeping this system alive. The machinery that, mind you, I have not yet made up. But I promise I'll have something by the time I'm bored out of my mind, because I've been building circles for like literal days. This is the most fun I had with concrete in this entire world, honestly. And I've built with concrete many times, but this is just pure joy. I'm kind of molding and melting and doing and like creating things out of pure colors, and there's just something so fun about it that it almost makes me forget that I forgot to add the giant door I was talking about this whole time. Oh shoot! If I add it in the two sections, to the left and to the right, it will obstruct the giant circle and make kind of most of the portal entirely pointless. On the other hand, if I can move maybe it to a side, but that also won't really help. I could potentially make it kind of hang over it, but that would also look super stupid. So I'm afraid what I'll have to do right now is measure this circle exactly. Which isn't even a circle, by the way, like if you look closely. This shape is not a circle, not quite. And then rebuild it to a side of it with some sort of giant rails, basically mimicking the Fallout, the Fallout opening sequence of the, you know, of the Fallout vaults, because the lids of those vaults would usually be right, like to the left side of the door itself. But still, though, I think it's gonna look great. Let's try that, alright? I know it makes like no physical sense, but hinges! They are doors too. So justice for hinges, I know, those are the most boring, the most, you know, regular, the most common type of door, and it's quite impractical compared to like coupe doors, which sliding doors, they're called sliding doors, or say double doors, or, you know, Star Wars doors that slide up. Hinges are perfectly fine. I will defend them with my life. I will not, but, you know, I would like to say that in that particular sentence. I'm sorry, I have no idea why the concept of a giant door pretending to be all technological and like Stargatey just makes me giggle so much when the lid is, first of all, when there's a lid and also that lid is held by hinges. At the same time, mind you, I just realized that the door itself does not necessarily matter, nor does it need to be there whatsoever. Nether portals have this really cool property. They can be shut down with just a bucket of water. I entirely forgot about that. I should have made a redstone project out of it, but now, mind you, take a look at it. I added a layer of concrete behind it, and I could remove a layer of concrete behind it, just to add a couple of dispensers, just to, you know, constantly switch off and switch on the giant door. But truth is, I so don't see myself using that mechanism, other than in roleplay purposes, that it's kinda not worth taking down the giant wall of gravity blocks for. Oh, also I added the power supply, which is a Tesla tower, supposedly. I don't know, it's been a while since I built Tesla towers, and something tells me that yellow concrete is not best for them. I think the mustard colored, whatchamacallit, the mustard colored yellow clay, yellow terracotta is better, but either way, I will have to sketch that out in creative once we update the creative world, just to see what it looks before I can make a decision on that. What I can make a decision on right now though is, yeah, the power cords. I love them. They're stupid, but I love them. They're stripy and they're red and gray, and I don't know, something about that makes me so darn proud. Okay, did I cover everything? Well, yes and no, because first and foremost, yeah, there's an entire backside to this entire project, which has to be accounted for. We will have to decorate this. So FoxyNoTail, poor guy, even though he doesn't really live in his base anymore, he basically spends all of his time AFK at his at their mob farm right now. I mean, seriously, this Chuck Loader, that's his alt account. Still, I wouldn't want him to constantly have to look at an ugly backside of this project. Plus, I wanted some sort of a logo to go on the inside side of the door, of the lid of the door, just so I can have a little bit of branding to go with my giant scientific nether portal. Well, eggheads in the council, are you happy now? In case of something, all of you will be evacuated into the nether using a giant Stargate style nether portal. Quite a technical achievement, in my personal opinion. I'm not sure. It's supposed to resemble the moon, but then I tried it and it doesn't. At the same time, I like it like a lot, but at the same time it doesn't really stand in for what the nether hub symbols are. I will have to come up with something like more fitting, but honestly, this looks cool. This really does look cool. It's just kind of a bit out of place. I wish I had a better logo. Honestly, I wish I had a better logo for everything. I have the council, which doesn't have a logo. I have the forge, which doesn't have a logo. I have the entire HUB project, hiding under Bedrock hub, and I have the bank, by the way, that I wanted to make a logo ever since day one for, but I never did, and it's just, yeah, it's my fault, honestly. It's nobody else's fault but my unlike the finish of this episode, the end of this episode, where I haven't yet put together the backside, nor really the last reminder of the front side of this project. Because, my friends, FoxyNoTail has to take the realm down for 30 minutes, and I will not have enough time to, yeah, finish the episode after these 30 minutes. So, instead, I think I will say bye right now, especially because that will allow you guys to provide some very, very, very appreciated feedback on this entire project. So let's take another quick look. This is the Stargate into the nether. This is where on the other side will be my personal nether hub room, which I also need to come up with a theme for. It will probably have something to do with the the MoonFall. The revive is my previous village. And I don't quite yet know what. Possibly it will be like themed around me producing diamond pickaxes or diamond tools, but it also might be just, you know, themed around this being a settlement. That is ultimately not really up to you to decide, it's up to me to decide, but if you have a good idea around that, do tell in the comments. Naturally, I will have to create something cool for the backside of this, and I need some sort of a scaffolding type of deal to support, basically, to support a little bridge, a little stairway into the nether portal itself, because I do not look forward to having to constantly elytra in and elytra out. That's gonna be inconvenient real fast, real soon, especially considering how often I run out of fireworks. So yeah, that. Maybe I will even have to create an escalator of some sort for, you know, larger machinery and whatnot, so it's easier to transport into the nether. I don't know, ideas, plans, all of that will have to be ironed out before I can build it over here in the creative single player, something like that, just to make sure that it looks super cool, because honestly, this looks super cool, and every new decision piles up over this looking super cool, which, like, it basically, the more I build around, the riskier it becomes, because every new decision might just ruin the entire view of the project. We'll see about all that, but for now, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you once again, everybody, so much for watching. This has been SloyXP, this has been Truly Bedrock, to be continued. Have a good one, bye bye.